Hello and welcome back to the Naked Expat channel. Most people think that expat life means cheap rent, cocktails on the beach, fresh mangoes for breakfast, and absolutely zero stress. But the truth is, expat life is not what you think. Not at all. And in today's long form video, we're going to talk about what it's really like. The good, the bad, the expensive, the surprisingly affordable, and everything in between. Because if you're thinking of moving abroad, or you're already living abroad and wondering, why does my life look nothing like those YouTube videos? Then this episode is for you. Let's get into it. I'd like to start with some positives because, yes, expat life can be wonderful. Sunshine, warm weather, friendly people, and a slower pace of life. And a sense of freedom that you simply can't replicate in many Western countries anymore. You can reinvent yourself, you can start new hobbies, meet new people, get healthy, find a community, or just simply enjoy being an anonymous face for once. And of course, depending on where you move, you may find your cost of living drops dramatically. That's all real, that's all possible, but that's not the whole story. One of the biggest misunderstandings in this, moving abroad doesn't automatically make life cheaper. It depends entirely on where you go and how you choose to live. If you move to Southeast Asia, Latin America, and certain parts of Eastern Europe, yeah, sure, you can save money. But if you expect some magical land where everything is a quarter of the price, while you still want Western comforts, Western food, Western sized accommodation, and Western medical standards, then you're going to be shocked. For example, imported foods, very expensive. Healthcare without insurance can be financially devastating. Luxury condos in tourist spots, they ain't cheap. And raising children abroad on a Western standard, definitely not cheap. So yeah, you can live cheaply abroad, but expat life doesn't automatically mean budget life. Your lifestyle choices will define your expenses. If you're a simple living kind of person, you'll be fine. But if you enjoy eating out every day, bars, beach resorts, and dating much younger partners with expensive tastes, your cost of living graph might look like a Bitcoin chart. Up, down, whoosh, then suddenly, ouch. The point is, your discipline matters, your boundaries matter, your lifestyle absolutely matters. Now let's look at some hidden costs that nobody talks about. These are the ones that catch people off guard. Visa fees, overstays, domestic flights, replacing electronics, import taxes, sending money back and forth, emergency trips home, schooling for kids, and the big one, healthcare. Which leads me perfectly into international healthcare is, as I always say, non-negotiable. If you're a serious long-term expat, this is not an option. You need international health insurance, proper insurance, not the cheap local plan that barely covers mosquito bites. And here's something most expats don't know. You must understand the difference between a pooled policy versus a policy where future premiums are based on your personal claims history. Because if you get the wrong type and you make a big claim, your premium is likely to skyrocket. I'm talking double, triple, quadruple the price in the years that follow. You don't want that. Nobody wants that. So, in my video description, I've included a link to a simple inquiry form. Use it. It may save you financially and potentially it can save your life. All right, now that I've terrified you about healthcare, Let's talk about something even scarier. Relationships. Don't rush into love abroad. This topic deserves its own chapter because so many expats fall into this trap, especially older Western men, retirees, divorced men, lonely guys, and men who arrive and within 2 weeks declare, I've met the love of my life. We all know the type. No. You've met the first woman who smiled at you in the supermarket. Let me say this clearly. There's absolutely nothing wrong with staying single for a while. There's nothing wrong with dating around. You've got to play the field. There's nothing wrong with taking your time to find a woman that you truly click with. In fact, it's the smartest thing that you can do because many expats rush in too fast. They confuse attention with affection. They confuse politeness with compatibility. And they confuse cultural differences with, oh, she's just shy. But the biggest trap is this one. She's different. Hello. No, she's not. Every older expat man says this. Every single one. And 9 times out of 10, she's no different. She's just different from the woman who hurt you back home. This is why dating slowly matters. Spend time observing. Learn how the culture works. Understand family expectations and ask the difficult questions early. And be very aware of socio-economic mismatches. If you're a retired Westerner living off pensions, investments, savings, and she's from a very humble background in the province with financial pressure, family obligations, and expectations that you don't yet understand, you might mistake her gratitude for love. And you might mistake her situation for compatibility. But here's the truth. Love is not enough. Compatibility matters. Lifestyle matters. Family values matter. Expectations matter. And if you get this wrong, you won't just break up. You'll become disillusioned, jaded, and financially wounded. So please, take your time. You don't have to settle down instantly. You're not running out of time. And you certainly don't need to commit just because someone younger gives you attention. Slow dating is smart dating. Now, what about the surprise family situation? This is a big one and a sensitive one. I'm a solo parent myself, but it must be said, many older expats end up becoming fathers again, often unintentionally and often unexpectedly. I know it happened to me, and often with partners much younger than themselves. Now, nothing wrong with having children abroad if it's planned and you're emotionally and financially prepared. But unplanned pregnancies, that can wreck relationships, destroy finances, and create long-term challenges that you never saw coming. School fees, medical expenses, visas, passports, cultural differences in parenting, family expectations, immigration complications. It's not a small life event, it's a massive commitment, trust me. So again, take your time, date slowly, understand each other's expectations around money, family, children, faith, and future goals. It's going to save you a lot in the long run. And as I've said before so many times, if you look at a young Asian girl from the province for too long, she's going to get pregnant. So if you categorically don't want children in your latter years, get a vasectomy. The end. That's it. Here's some more challenges that no one posts on Facebook or Instagram. The non-romantic side of stress. Bureaucracy, visas, traffic, power cuts, language barriers, cultural misunderstandings, corruption, slow processes, customer service that make you question reality, and paperwork that requires more paperwork just to get permission to process the paperwork. And on tough days, It can absolutely wear you down. Everyone posts sunsets. Nobody posts themselves at immigration sweating for 2 hours, trying to explain a form written in a language that they don't speak. But that's expat life. It's part of the deal. Here's some unexpected joys just to balance things out, because there are lots of joys too. You'll meet amazing locals. You'll meet interesting foreigners. You'll eat incredible food. You'll see beautiful places. You might get healthier. You might feel younger, and you might rediscover confidence and purpose. Many expats I know have said, "I feel alive again." And that, my friends, is truly priceless. So, is expat life worth it? It depends. If you're adaptable, patient, realistic, responsible, and open-minded, then yeah, absolutely it's worth it. Expat life can be the greatest chapter of your life. But if you're rigid, impatient, addicted to creature comforts, or expecting a Western standard bubble for cheap, you're going to struggle. The truth is, expat life demands flexibility, and it rewards those who integrate, adapt, and respect local culture. So there we have it. Expat life is not what you think. It can be wonderful, or it can be an absolute disaster. It all depends on the choices that you make. Take your time, choose wisely, protect your health, protect your finances, and don't rush into anything, whether it's love, business, or lifestyle. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like and subscribe, and consider becoming a Naked Expat channel member for exclusive content and enhanced discounts on valuable services. And don't forget, if you're considering moving abroad seriously, there's a link in the description for the International Health Insurance Inquiry Form. It could save you a lot of trouble. My name's Andrew, this is the Naked Expat channel, and until next time, as always, enjoy.